seconds.
It's okay to breathe.
Is your emergency?
Yes, someone. I'm on FaceTime with my husband. My kids are FaceTiming. Someone came in and started like beating him. I think they have a gun.
What's your address?
He's at Gilbert Air, and Gilbert Air. I can't even look at the address right now. I'm freaking out.
Is he at work?
Yes, he's at work. His address is 511 West Guadalupe Road, number 13.
Okay, 511 West Guadalupe Road?
Yes. Nick!
Wait, 113?
511 West Guadalupe Road, number 13.
Okay.
Nick!
Is he still there?
I can hear things moving around, but I don't see anyone back there. Could we get out of the room, please, babe? Nick!
And you're calling from Scottsdale?
I'm calling from Scottsdale. We were FaceTiming. My kids are FaceTiming him, and then I just heard screaming. I thought it was a joke, and somebody came in.
Okay, this is your husband's work, and it's Gilbert Air?
Yes, my husband's work, Gilbert Air. It's just him and his manager that work there, but someone came in, and I think they're just, like, beating him. I'm pretty sure I saw a gun. I still have him on FaceTime, but I can't see anything. Babe!
Okay,
Nick!
are you hearing anything?
I just hear moaning. I don't know if it's him or the manager.
Okay, I've got help on the way, okay?
Please hurry.
Okay.
Hurry.
Let me get your phone number just in case.
It's an air conditioning, like a workshop.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, you're at 4 in case we get disconnected. Okay, what's his name?
Nick.
Okay, what is Nick's last name?
Cordova.
Do you have his phone number?
Yes.
What's his phone number? Okay.
And then he has another cell phone. We're on. I don't know which cell phone we called him on.
All right. Can you? I just want to confirm. Is it Suite 113 or Suite 13?
No, it's number 13.
Okay, it's Suite 13. All right, thank you.
Nick.
He's not answering you?
Can someone answer me? Is anybody there? Nick. The cops are coming, babe.
How many people did you see in there?
I didn't see anyone. I just saw like the phone like rustling around, and then I'm pretty sure I saw a black glove or gun above. I didn't hear any shots or anything though. I could hear him saying what, like yelling, screaming. Someone was hitting him.
Okay.
My kids had the freaking phone and they saw it.
Okay. All right.
Who's there? Who is that? I'm on the phone. I have police on the phone. Who is that? Who's there? Pick up the phone. David who? Dave. Dave, pick up the phone. What is going on? Where's my husband? I have the police on the phone.
You don't know who he is?
Where's Nick?
Do you know who this gentleman is?
He's not there? Someone came in. Is he okay? What's going on? Dave!
Ma'am, tell me what's happening. Who is the guy you're talking to?
His coworker's there and his partner. Oh my gosh, is he okay? Dave!
Is that his coworker?
Dave, tell me what's going on. Is he okay?
Can you answer my question? Is that his coworker?
Bella!
Ma'am, who is Dave?
No!
Can you please answer my questions? Ma'am.
Dave's his partner. Dave's his partner. He just came into the building. I don't know.
Okay, I need you to tell me what is happening. I've got officers on the way.
I don't know. He's just saying, oh my God. He grabbed the phone and just said, oh my God. Dave! Is he okay? Is he breathing? Dave, answer me!
Okay, I need you to stay calm, okay? I've got officers on the way. They're less than them. I've got an officer that should be arriving on scene.
You have to hurry. Something bad happened.
I've got an ma'am.
Go down there.
Ma'am. No, I've got officers that are arriving on scene right now. I need you to take a deep... Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I've got an officer on scene right now, okay? I need you to take a deep breath.
I don't know what's going on.
They're going to,
something
ma'am, they're on scene right now, okay? I have an officer arriving and I have another coming right behind him. I need you to take a deep breath. What is your,
we need to
okay, we will get him the help, okay? We've got an officer going on scene right now. What is your name?
Alicia. Dave, is he okay? Is he okay? Dave, what is going on?
Okay, I've got an officer arriving on scene. Does he see him?
I can hear that.
Does he see the officer?
Yes, he just told him his name.
Okay, ma'am, I've got an officer on scene, okay?
Major Blood.
Do you hear him?
Yes, hi. He said 2 guys came in.
Okay, all right. Ma'am, I'm going to have the officers contact you after they get everything under control, okay?
We have surveillance videos. Oh my gosh, what is going on? What am I supposed to do right now? Do I hang up?
I've got officers on scene. They're going to assess the situation, and I will have one of them give you a call, okay?
Okay, where am I supposed to go?
I need you to do whatever you feel is safest. Officers are on scene, and they will give you a call, okay?
Okay.
Okay, as soon as they're able, they will call you, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
The Valley man who was murdered last month is asking for some help in finding the killers, the people responsible for her husband's death. 40-year-old Nick Cordova was killed back on May 27th near Cooper and Guadalupe Roads in Gilbert. He was the co-owner of Gilbert Air Heating and Cooling. Detectives have not said how he was murdered, but they do tell us that 2 men were seen fleeing the scene shortly after. And as you can imagine, Nick's wife and his 2 young children are devastated. She says Nick was a very loving husband and father who had a big heart. She has no idea who would want to hurt her husband, and she's hoping the person or people who did this will turn themselves in.
Who did this, just shame on you. You know, you took my children's father from them, and my husband we've been together for 17 years, and our family's never going to recover from this. We're never going to be okay. Just finding the people behind this will help us get some sort of closure, if that's even possible.
She wants justice. You see here this picture, person they're looking for right there. One of the suspects captured on surveillance video at a nearby convenience store. Take a very close look at that video. Video is very clear. Cordova's widow is hopeful someone out there will recognize this man and call the police. If you have any information about the suspect or Cordova's murder, you're urged to call Gilbert Police or Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us here on a Friday night. This is Tiger True Crime and I'm Tyson Draper, your host. It's kind of hard to have a smile on my face after having a beginning like that. That was that was really hard to watch, even though I've seen it several times. I was kind of watching your guys' comments here. I want to get right into your comments here. We're going to spend the next few minutes going over your comments and your questions. One of the things I noticed right off the bat from several people was the dissatisfaction with the 911 operator. And I, honestly, I share your feelings in that it's really hard to listen to that operator. And I know they have a job to do. I know it's not an easy job, but that was really hard to listen to. She didn't even really give Alicia a chance to say what she needed to say and stuff like that. But no, that's truly heartbreaking. I saw another comment over here where it was somebody was saying nobody should ever have to get a phone call like that, or have to make a phone call like that, I should say. That goes without saying, but it's terrible, and in the wake of all this, guys, I've become pretty good friends with Alicia Cordova over the last how many months has it been now? At least 6 months. We have texted back and forth and communicated, and she's kept me in the loop with any updates, things like that. I've tried to pass them along to you guys, but unfortunately, there just hasn't been a lot of breaks in this case. There hasn't been a lot of information released by the Gilbert Police Department, and that's something we're going to talk a little bit about tonight. AK, thank you, my friend. And thumbs up this channel. Love wins. Get it, Tyson. Now listen, AK, I want to tell you a story about Love Wins real quick. Thank you for the donation. But I came in here earlier and I was getting my notes ready, and I saw I had a thumbs down, and YouTube creators never like to get thumbs downs, right, guys? But especially before your program begins, it's like, dang, my program hasn't even began yet, and I already got a thumbs down. So I simply got on here and I said, you know what? Whoever put the thumbs down, I love you, and I hope you're having an awesome day. And about 10 minutes later, I get out of the shower and the thumbs down is gone. It's back down to 0. And then I have another one on the thumbs up. So love truly does win, AK. And I'm glad that you've kept that saying alive. I don't want to veer off the subject too far, but I do want to say a couple of things tonight in regards to this. We can get on the news today. We can turn on the TV, we can get on Facebook or whatever, and we can see a different apology every single day from this movie star, from this professional sports player, from this rock star. We're seeing apology after apology after apology. And what's happening, guys, is an apology just isn't what it used to be. It's just, they're so hollow nowadays. That people get on there and say sorry, don't really mean it. And half the time they don't even type that stuff up. Their lawyer does. So anyway, I want you guys to know that my apology tonight actually means something. I'm not apologizing because I want money or I want subscribers or I want this or that. It's because it's coming from my heart. I would truly like to apologize to Chris Madonna from Profile and Evil for the things that I said. When we get wrapped up in this stuff, guys, and you got a bunch of stuff coming at you from a lot of different directions, a lot of things are being said and tossed around, and you're not sure who to believe and what, who to trust and things like that. But I never should have said those things. I take them back, and I truly apologize. I would also like to apologize to anybody else I've offended. That's not what I want to do on this channel. I want to spread love. I want to spread goodness. And AK, my good buddy, who's becoming a better friend every single day, he reminded us of that, and I just wanted to touch on that tonight. So thank you, AK. All right, now getting back to this Nick Cordova case. I had a chance to go down to Gilbert Air today, and I want to show you guys that video now. I talked to a guy who was actually there that day on May 27th when all of this went down. He said he didn't hear the gunshots, but he was just a few doors over, and I had a chance to interview him. So let me pull that up, and I want you guys to hear from him. His name's Bill, and he was kind enough to come on here and share some of his thoughts and what happened that day. So I'm going to turn that on now. Here we go. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So here I am with Bill. He's a business owner right here next to Gilbert Air. He was actually here. Okay, that is not the right one, guys. I'm sorry. That's showing my ugly face that I cropped out of there. It was a long day before I had a shower, let me tell you. So let me pull up the right one. I apologize. Let me get a better one here. That was not it. Tell us a little bit about what happened that day, May 27th.
Well, I think it was about 5:15, I think, roughly, in the afternoon, maybe 5:30, and all the police descended on this location here, and it was a murder that took place, and it was Gilbert Air, and we understand it was Nick was murdered, one of the partners. And we understand that it was 3 people doing the murder, involved in the murder. I guess they came into the building, and Nick punched one of the guys in the face and knocked his teeth out. He was on a video chat with his daughter at the time.
Right.
And then they proceeded to shoot him. And I guess his partner was there in the office at the time, but I guess he said that he blacked out or something.
Are you talking about David Sweetman?
Yes.
Okay.
He was in another room at the time, and supposedly he blacked out or something like that.
He blacked out. That's what you guys are hearing, that David. So what happened that day? Were you here when the police and everything showed up too?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
What kind of walk us through that a little bit? So you guys heard the police cars, and then what happened from there?
We came out and walked over to where all the police tape was and the crime tape and everything like that.
And what were you told at that time?
Told them that was a murder, and from Gilbert Air.
Did you see David Sweetman? Was he walking around?
No, did not see him.
No?
No.
Okay.
Just the police officers, a lot of them, probably about 15 police cars.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then there was a video of one of my neighbors that turned over to police. I think it had one of the gentlemen driving away from the scene of the crime. Really? Yeah, and then right down the street here is A&PM Mini Mart, and the police had the picture of one of the drivers, I guess, stopped to get gas and something to drink or eat at the A&PM after the murder, and they got a clear photo of him. Right. And that was where he was at the A&PM down the street. Right. After the murder.
So I'm sure in the wake of all this, Bill, you guys have had probably that's a loud truck, but you had a lot of rumors flying around, I'm sure. What were some of the rumors around here? Did they have any idea who these guys were that stopped at the A&PM or anything?
Well, I think it was a contract killing by his partner, David. I guess we heard that, we talked to detectives the following day too, and it sounded like it could have been a contract killing, but that's what I've heard. I'm not sure. Right. But,
so you guys, nobody around here in this complex or anywhere in the neighborhood or anything has any idea of who these guys are? They haven't been seen since, or?
No, and the gentleman driving away in the white truck, and they had the best photo of him, but we'd never seen the truck around here.
What kind of truck was it?
It was a white, I would say a white Ford pickup, like an F-150, but an older style one.
An older style F-150?
Maybe more like in, early 90s, late 80s, something like that.
Is that right?
A two-door.
King cab?
No, a single cab. Single cab, white, pickup truck.
Interesting.
So.
Well, that's very interesting, and we're, like I told you, we're trying to come out here and raise awareness and also find some answers for Alicia and those 2 beautiful children of hers.
It's a sad thing what happened, and it's just, it's a good neighborhood, and it's just devastating.
Yeah. So. Do you have anything you'd like to say to our subscribers on YouTube or Alicia herself?
Well, I'm sorry to hear what happened, and I hope they catch that criminal, those people, and I know they have a clear picture of him. I think it's just a matter of time once someone identifies him, and from what we've gathered is, from what I've heard is possibly this person might have been from out of town towards New Mexico area, possibly. That's what we've heard. And my heart goes out to the family.
Absolutely.
And, it's very, very sad.
Absolutely is. Okay, thank you for your time, Bill.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to say goodbye to Bill. Thank you, Bill. I know you're watching tonight, and thank you for that wonderful interview and filling us in. I want to show this comment right here because this is from a guy named Justin McBride. Justin, I'm so glad you're here, brother. This is my friend that I grew up with. This is the first time I've seen him in here. I've known him for, wow, I'm not even going to say how long, bro. But thank you for being here, brother. Now, guys, what I want to talk about is what he said there. Now, I don't even have to say it because Bill already said it for us, that everybody's talking there in the complex that it was a contract killing. That, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, you can use your imagination on that, but anytime we have these type of situations, who has the motive, who stands to gain, what is now, I don't pretend to know all of the ins and outs of this case and what all the background was or anything like that. But of course I don't know. I'm not law enforcement, but I do know that from what I've heard, that David Sweetman did have life insurance policies on the business, on Nick, things like that. And so I know that he's suspect number one. And I also know that when this first happened and another friend of mine told me about it and said, hey, you should look into this case, that the first person I Googled was David Sweetman. And I mean, I could find a lot of information when I Googled his name. But if you go Google his name now, there's only one picture that pops up. And he's gone and scrubbed his internet presence tremendously. Now, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I mean, if you're innocent and you got nothing to hide. And not only that, but why would you diss Nick's wife the way that he has? He's totally just raked her over the coals and made her life hard and hasn't helped in any way. And again, why would you do that unless you're just not a good person? In fact, you're a pretty horrible person if you're going to do that. And I know, and I can back this up because when I first put Alicia's story out there, the very first video that she did was mine, and I had long hair, so you guys might not recognize me if you go back and look at it. But, he was on Facebook, him and his girlfriend or his wife or whoever, and they were just bashing Alicia and saying all kinds of false stuff about her and Nick. It was truly just pathetic. No class whatsoever. So, I did talk to Alicia today, guys, and I got to be honest with you. I was going to go to the Gilbert Police Department today and shoot some video and I wasn't going to go ruffle any feathers because you guys know I don't do anything like that. But I was going to go down there and talk to him and just find out, maybe if we could get a press conference so the public kind of has an idea where this case stands, because nothing's been said. And people like us that have been invested in this case emotionally, from the beginning, we're wondering what's going on, and we're bystanders. I mean, we're not family. We're not close friends. We're not Nick's wife or kids. I mean, they deserve to have updates, and the public, we all deserve to know what's going on. And now I'm not saying that, we go and blab and give all the information and jeopardize the investigation, but an update every now and then would be nice. So, sometimes I tend to be a little hard on people. And I did see some articles this week coming out of Gilbert where one of their police officers, in fact, his name's Jeff Thompson. He's the second in command over there. He's the assistant chief of police. And he had just recently resigned AKA got fired for misconduct. And so I was disappointed. I was really disappointed because, I'm trying to put a lot of faith into the Gilbert Police Department and hope that they're doing their job to find answers for Alicia and for these children. And it was kind of a punch to the stomach, and so I was going to go try to ruffle some feathers a little. Well, I don't do that, but I was going to go try to get some answers. And I talked to Alicia today, and she says that she has faith and confidence in Gilbert Police Department, and that I hope I'm not yelling in this microphone, but she has faith in them, and the wheels are turning. And I don't want to jeopardize anything in this case, but I'm going to say that I am disappointed in some ways. But if I know nobody's perfect. No law enforcement agency is perfect. No people are perfect, but I have been a little disappointed, and I hope that, soon that we can get some movement and get some arrests in this case. I know because I walked around there today, and you're going to see some video here in a minute, but I know there's a lot of security cameras in that area, man. They've got there's a whole city block of just small little businesses all bunched up together, and almost every one of them have security cameras. So they've got to have guys. They've got to have some information. I want to show you guys another video. This was shot on November 28th. I've been at this for a while, guys, but I want to show this to you. This is from November 28th, and some of you have already seen it, but I hope you still enjoy it. Give me. So I'm not sure where it's at, but we're not leaving here till we find it. But if you're not familiar with this case, we have a video with Alicia Cordova shortly after the murder happened, and we can put a link in the description for that video. You guys go check that out. It'll tell you pretty much the story of what happened. But Nick was at work. It was the end of the day. He's a business owner of an AC company, and two thugs walked in and gunned him down. That's basically the gist of it. Shot him and killed him, leaving a grieving widow and two young children behind. And that's who we're helping now find out who's responsible for this, because these sickos that did this are still walking around out there on the streets. And it's been about over 6 months now. It's only 2 or 3 days after Thanksgiving. It's November, what is it? November 28th. Yeah, so 2 days after Thanksgiving. And so Alicia and the kids and the whole family had to spend their first Thanksgiving without Nick, and that's terrible. And so we want to do whatever we can to help in this case to get these thugs off the street. There it is. I think I might have just, is that it? There's a Cordova. Nope. Somebody else. You guys see? I thought the ones with the cards was Nick's, but it's not. It jumped out at me for a second. It's Miguel and Roxy Cordova. So well, let me find it. I don't want to use up my entire thing here, but let me find it and I'll turn this back on. So, oh, I just found it. I just found it right out of the corner of my eye. There he is, right there. There he is. Nicholas Cordova. Oh, it's way up there on the top. I hope you guys can see it. And then somebody, I'm assuming Alicia and them put the fudge with the Cowboys license plate. I think she told me he was a Cowboys fan, but we'll let that slide. Anyway, we're here. I'm going to take just a moment to honor Nick, and I'll turn this camera back. All right, guys. I wanted to show you that because I don't know if you all had a chance to see that last November, but I wanted to show you what Nick's grave looked like. It was a good day going down there and spending a few minutes talking to Nick and making him a promise. And, you know, guys, I tell you, this job is not always easy. And there's been a lot of times where I've wanted to give up and quit. And I'll tell you, a couple of times I laid down at night and I would see Nick's son, Cruz. I would see his face in my mind, and it would keep me going. It would keep me going. So I want to tell you guys a quick story. Alicia and I were texting one day, and she was on a little trip with her kids, because right after all this happened, they used to take a bunch of trips. I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but they would go to different places and like the zoo. And I know with COVID, it made it kind of hard, but they would find these places to go. Well, she took them fishing one time, and she texted me and said, yeah, Cruz has been out here all day trying to catch a fish, and he can't do it. He can't catch a fish. He's trying, and he's getting frustrated. And she said this guy walked up next to him, and he was fishing and watching Cruz, and he says, let me help you out there, young man. And he put the right bait on his hook. And she said, as soon as he casted that line into the water, well, let me just show you what the result was. She said, as soon as he casted that line into the water, he caught that beast. So made me smile and cry all at the same time, because made me smile because that's a big fish, and I was super happy for Cruz. But it made me sad at the same time because his dad wasn't there to help him. And this young man is going to have to go through his entire life without his father. What a terrible tragedy. And I'm telling you guys, when I was struggling, I would see that young man's little face in my mind, and I would keep going. And I want to give you guys a homework assignment, because I'm not going to keep you guys on here all night like I normally do, but I want you to go research David Sweetman. Even though he's tried to scrub his internet presence, go research it. And I want you to research his wife, his ex-wife. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they were divorced or what, but I think they were still married at the time. But her name's Laura Sweetman. And I'll show you what she looks like. I was able to find something on her. Laura Lisa Sweetman passed away at age 42 in Gilbert, Arizona. She was a doctor, a very brilliant, very successful woman. And she died at a young age under suspicious circumstances. So go check that out. Draw your own conclusions, because I did promise Alicia that I was going to keep things under control here tonight and not get crazy with anything, but do your own research and draw your own conclusions. And we will meet in the middle at some point and have another discussion about this when the time is right. But I want to show you guys another video here real quick, because I told you I would, and I got a lot of footage today that I was kind of proud of. And I know you guys may think it's weird that I'm sorry, man. I've been emotional. I've been emotional since the other night. I didn't expect this, but I want to tell you guys I love you. And I appreciate you and your kind words. And I'm trying to find that video so you guys don't have to sit here and see this. Get your tissues ready. All right, welcome back, everyone. I am right here behind Gilbert Air. I did talk to a few people back here that told me that they were not aware that Gilbert Air did go out of business. I'm going to probably be the first to break this news, but Gilbert Air has closed its doors, and we're going to take a look here. So let's take a look around. Here's the back door. Security camera there. So here's the back door to Gilbert Air. Right inside here, in these four walls, is where Nick Cordova was brutally murdered. And it looks like they still have their sign up here. So I did hear this morning that Gilbert Air has closed its doors. They are going out of business. When Nick had this business, it was a thriving business. But now it looks like David Sweetman has decided it's time to pull the plug on this operation. So I don't see any signs here yet. But right inside that door right there is where Nick Cordova was brutally murdered on May 27, 2020. Two thugs walked right into that door, shot him. Right here where I'm standing is where their truck was, and I know what kind of a vehicle it was, the make and model. I don't know if it's been revealed to the world yet, but this is where they got in and sped away, and we've been trying to find answers ever since. So it does sound like there's a dog barking in there somewhere, so I don't know if it's next door or actually at Gilbert Air if somebody's in there. So, but I'm not going to stick around to find out. Very sad situation. Justice for Nick Cordova.